Hello all, this is Dr. Boney. Very nice to meet a lot of you. First things first is going over the course. Your course might look a little different because it's a student view, but everything should be pretty much the same. So once you obviously get to the content area, which is what I just clicked, you kind of just can go down the list. The first thing is a little welcome message here. Obviously there's a video that's going to be right here. That's what I'm making right now. So obviously you're not going to see it in the video except you clicked on it. So there it is. This will take you to the syllabus. Believe me, it will take you to it once it's live, which will be a couple days. Moving down, this is information about how to get in touch with me. Email is obviously the best. There is my email. So that's good to see. Course policy and gradings. Exams are 50%, labs are 20. They're all online. Connect assignments are 20. I'll explain what those are, and case studies are 10. So if we go down to student resources, we see that there is minimum requirements. This is just for your computer to make sure it can handle what it needs to handle, which is cool. If you need any virtual support center help, that's like stuff with registration or something's not working computer-wise, you can go there. I'm not a computer fixer-upper guy, but those are the people who are. If you need specific help with D2L, this is how you can get help with that. And finally, let's get to the actual course itself. So there's a couple things you need, one of which is free, the other of which is not. This first one here is free. So this says how to register for Edpuzzle. You're going to click on this. It's going to open a link that looks something like this. And if you have already taken a course with me with Edpuzzle, you can just do a sign in right here. But most of you haven't. So you're going to want to go ahead and hit sign up, upper right hand corner. If you have like a Gmail or whatever and you want to use that, that's perfectly fine. But you're going to again click sign up, first name, last name, username, password, and then join the class. And then once you're at that point, you can just kind of X out of Edpuzzle. And that's how I do all the lectures and whatnot. So next thing we want to do is we want to look at kind of like how the course is organized. So the first thing we're going to do is click on Unit 1. There'll be an overview here. This kind of explains what you'll be able to do by the end of the unit. And then this is probably the most important document. This is your schedule. So if you click on this, this shows you exactly what my recommended, because remember, this course is online, so I don't see you. This is recommended dates of stuff that's due. And some of them in yellow are hard due dates, which means that that's an assignment, and you can see if it's in yellow, that's the date that it's due. If it's late, it's 20% off. So that's what you want to put in some kind of calendar to make sure that you are keeping up. There's a lot of many assignments take 15 minutes, some take an hour or more, but this is all the stuff that's due. Where do you find all that stuff? Well, you'll notice that some of these are, quizzes and worksheets and other little lectures and virtual labs and real labs. So you go down here. If you click readings and assignments, the first thing for the exam one is the study guide. This is what the test is, so it's not like it's a trick. Here's everything that's on it. Then moving down, I suggest that when you do your learning, you just move right down the list. So the first thing is you have the study guide. Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to click the first thing, which says Metric Conversion Edpuzzle. And since you've already signed up for Edpuzzle with me, it's embedded right in D2L. So you basically can hit Get Started. And when I do that, you're going to see that for you, it will open up. There we go. Sorry about that. I was a teacher, so I had to turn something off. So it will open up. It'll look like this, and you can go ahead and, if you want, make it full screen. But before I do it full screen, you'll see that there's a bunch of these little teardrops down here. And so this is a 7-minute kind of lecture video that has questions embedded at different parts during them. So, and by the way, when you watch the video, you're not going to be able to skip ahead the first time that you watch it. So I'm going to make it full screen and show you the teacher view so you kind of get an idea of what this looks like. All right, so let me go ahead and do that. So this is a view of the actual video. And I'm going to fast forward again. You're not going to be able to do this, but I will. And let's watch what happens when the little read mark goes to where there's a little dot right here. You'll notice that as soon as it hits it, bam, there is some sort of question, and instantly you get you can, oh, true. Next question. By the way, the next question to the right, and it will tell me. Let's see. Ooh, C's. Let's see. I'm gonna get one wrong here. Let's just do century, and kind of see how that works. By the way, I just expanded the view a little bit so you can see there's a thing that says next question. Let M. Let's just see milli. Right. And we can go through and it'll tell me whether I got that one wrong and what the right answer is, and bam. So that's how the video kind of works. Is that, and again, you cannot fast forward, but I can. So as it goes along to teach you these things, and there's a voice that you can't hear right now, but I can, and you will be able to hear this voice when you actually go through and learn this thing. So again, it's going to hit another one, bam. And of course, remember, if you don't, so there's little notes I can put in there as well. Some of these are my voice, some of these are other people's voices, but this is all stuff that you need to know for the exam. Let me make a point about this. Edpuzzle is not graded. I repeat, it is not part of your grade. Whatever you get right and wrong in here is just for you to be able to learn. And so that's kind of like, since it's online, this is how I would lecture. So after you go through this entire Edpuzzle, each one, then you can skip around, but the first time you can't. You have to kind of go through. All right, so then you would go do an assignment. So since you've watched an Edpuzzle on it, you're going to go to the assignment. And it's going to kind of it'll look a little different than this because obviously I'm the teacher, so this is why I get this view. But there'll be an assignment that you will have to perform, and you will submit it to D2L, and then I will grade it. So that's kind of how this works. Down the line, down the line, down the line. Now, you're going to get to somewhere that says lab, okay? And I want you to do this on the first day. If you click lab 1 like this, it's going to send you here. You have to buy, and this is part of what was on the bookstore, access to an online code for McGraw-Hill Connect. And so if you go ahead and hit launch on this particular thing, it's going to send you, it's going to look a little different than me because obviously I'm already in the class. It's going to send you to McGraw-Hill, and it's going to ask for a credit card, and you can buy this right in here. Now, if you went to the bookstore and bought this link through the bookstore, you got a code. Okay, this code can be used to purchase right through D2L all of your access to how you do all of these chapter assignments, labs, and your exams. Everything is done through McGraw-Hill Connect. Okay, if you didn't buy it from the bookstore, I'm saying you can go ahead and pay for it through here. And so that's kind of how you would do all of your, and they, by the way, the labs are awesome. The labs are point of view labs. So you literally like pick up machines and instruments, push buttons. You do everything you'd be doing if you were in front of me. So as you go through this entire first thing, you're also going to have case studies. And the case studies are going to be, there's going to be a couple of them for each unit. And I'm just going to kind of, now your view, again, is going to look a little different than mine because it's a teacher view. But basically, you're going to be having a document that you can print out, and this is just a small view of it because obviously this is my teacher view. But you are going to upload it here, and that's where you're going to end up handing in your case studies. So that's really everything that you need for all the units. I'm going to show you one unit at a time. In terms of the exams, you take the exams in here. Notice that they're at the very bottom of the course, and there's going to be obviously 1, 2, and 3, and these are not open yet. But you will take the exams in D2, or sorry, in in D2L, and they link directly to McGraw-Hill Connect. So that's how that's going to happen. And I also have one other thing. There's also going to be a little assignment that is going to take you to this, and that assignment basically says you get 5 points out of your first exam if you complete this easy one question assignment before the first exam. I'm using a system called Proctorio, and you have to download software. I want you to use Google Chrome to take these exams. And once you end up clicking that assignment, it'll take you in D2L. It'll take you to here. It'll look something like this. And then you're going to go ahead and hit continue. And literally it's, do you see this question? You're just going to say, yes, you do. And then when you're done, you're going to hit submit. And then you're going to hit submit again. What that does is that is going to let me know that all of the proctoring software that is required in the course has been downloaded correctly. Basically that'll be down here. You don't see it yet because it's 2 weeks before the course has started, but you'll see right around here it'll say free 5 points added to your exam if you do this, and that's what I need you to do. If you do it before the first exam, you'll get 5 points added to your grade. And the reason why is I don't want you to download this and try to take the first exam and have the technology not work and you're freaking out because you're trying to take an exam. I'm going to make sure all of this Respondus software works before you take the exam. The exam actually, the software records your face. It records your movements. It records your keystrokes. It records everything. So that's why I use it. And obviously don't cheat. It will catch you. Don't even try it. Just you take the exam at home in a place that's quiet or at school where you have no notes, no resources, anything like that. If there are questions that will allow you to write, I can create the questions in such a way that the camera will expand the view to see what you're writing. So just take it the way you're supposed to and everything will be fine. So that's just an introduction to the course itself and how everything is organized. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right, bye.